I would say this. I originally my thought process when I first started out was young men between the ages of 18 and about 32, 33, 34, right around there. So that's my target audience. At the same time, who's ever want to rock and roll with the Uncle Junior Network, be more than welcome to have them on there. But it is a men's platform. It is to try to help young men out. But that's not to say that a woman can't have a voice at the same time. So actually, next week's show, we're going to actually have two women on there, and we're going to be talking about different parameters of child support. So a lot of young men nowadays, are contemplating getting, having kids and getting married and different things like that because of the risk that's associated with child support and different things like that if they end up divorced from their wife. So we want to be able to, have a little bit of that dialogue and see where it goes from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the age group. That's the target audience.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that conversation, by the way. It might be a couple of landmines in there, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make sure that I asked who the target audience was so that everybody can hear it, number one. But what I like about what you said, more so than anything, is that it is open for everybody. So just understanding who the target audience is, who it's intended for, and then, understanding that everyone is invited is a very important thing. Because what I believe, holistically speaking, if I want to have a better understanding of somebody outside of my core group, right, then I go and just hang out with them and listen to what they talk about and get their perspective of it. Not so much as trying to change anything they're doing, but just listen so I can learn. And I think that's kind of like what this is all about. So I love that. I love the fact that you are open when it comes down to the Uncle Junior Network and have a passion for everybody to have a voice. I think that's important.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? And that's not to say that, there are not women out there who are raising young men, or there's somebody's grandma, somebody who's raising, some young men, or that, they may be the only person that young men trust is grandma or their mama. So they may need to take some of this information back. Maybe some mamas out there like, man, I gotta help my son with this. When you come over here, jump on Uncle Junior Network. We'll square you away. We'll have a conversation about it. Tell them to tune in.
I love it.
So tell me if you need a coach. Tell me, hey, Coach Dwayne, there you go, right there.
Yes, there you go. I love it. See, only a soldier would tell you he's gonna square you away. I just want to make sure.
Absolutely. Half the people may not know what that is.
Yeah. You take care of you. That's what he's saying. So, yeah, I love that. This is good.
Speaking of soldier, look at this.
Oh my God.
My water bottle. So
Nice.
like a flak vest.
Nice. I wish I had some of those when I was in Iraq.
I know,
used to
right?
use sock to keep our water cool. Like, how do you want this thing to evolve? Like, where do you, like, in your mind, your vision, how big do you want the Uncle Junior Network to grow?
I want to be a multi-millionaire at the end of the day.
Okay. At the end of this day?
Not today.
I'm joking, man. I'm sorry.
But I would be. Hey, if I hit me a scratch off or a lottery ticket or something, hey, somebody give it to me, I'll take it.
I love it.
Do I want to be successful? Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
But I want to do it in the process of being able to help people along the way. I have 2 granddaughters. I don't have any grandsons, but I may one day. So this is part of my legacy. This is part of me giving back all the knowledge and the information that I can't take with me. So do I want to be successful? Absolutely. Do I want to be a multimillionaire? Absolutely. Do I want to go and do some public speaking, do some talking in the future? Absolutely. Do I want to write some books? Absolutely. Do I want to have some courses? Yes, not just regular courses. I mean, something that's really going to help some young men, and it's backed by some legit information,
Right.
All of those things. I want to, have conferences where men can come and network and build and grow and just learn from each other. I want to do all of those things. So that's the big goal right there.
Yeah.
But like I said, at the end of the day, it's to help as many young men as possible. And I know you kind of said this a little earlier, and I almost cringed, but it's something about being able to just help one person. Well, I feel a little bit different about that. I feel like if I'm on this earth so far 46 years, if I only help one person with all the information knowledge I haven't done my job.
Right.
So my goal is to help as many people as possible, to make my crown as big as possible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just want to be able to, I want to be stripped to the bones of information by the time I leave this earth. I want to, everything that I got that worked, I want to be able to give it away to somebody. I want somebody else to have it. Because I've been through so much, man. And, you know, I was almost every rank, you know, E1 through E5 twice. You know what I mean? Just saying it happened. And I still made E7 on my first look.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I eventually got squared away. I got around the right network of people. I got around the right wolf pack. Got around the right people that I could build and learn from. And, you know, to kind of go back to how I wanted to go, you know, at the end of the day, it's all about helping the next generation, man. And we can't take none of this information with us, man. So we might as well just give it back, you know, to whoever had their hand raised to want the information. So I don't have all the information, but, you know, me and you connecting right here, having a conversation is going to add some sort of information and dialogue or empowerment to somebody else's life.
Absolutely.
You know, we don't know who, you know, it may not be nobody right now. It may be somebody 2 weeks from now, 2 years from now, you know, but at the end of the day, if nothing else, we're planting seeds. And I can't stress enough that I do not have all the answers, but I can surround myself with other people who do have some of those answers. I'm not a coach. You are. You know what I mean? So you have a whole different skill set and something to offer my viewers that I can't give them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they benefit from being able to listen to you and what you have to say about your life experiences and stuff like that. So I know you've thanked me, but I want to, you know, extend my hand and thank you, or extend my virtual hand right now and thank you again, man, for being on my show, man, for taking the time to, you know, invite me here to, you know, feel confident enough in me that I could even perform, you know, on this platform and do it, you know. And so, cause I'm just like, man, his speaking voice and everything, like, man, this dude sound like $1 million, you know. And I'm like, man, I need to get on his plan, you know. So, but man, I've listened to all 3 of your episodes and everything that you have right now, man. And I'm just like, man, this dude sound good, man. I'm just like, man, this dude got it. I'm just like, man, I'm happy to be a part of his success, man. So, yeah, I'm happy for you.
Well, man, I thank you. I appreciate you saying all that stuff. And I tell you what, I'm listening to you talk about this guy with these episodes. I need to meet that guy. Like, that guy's awesome. Whoever you're talking about.
Yeah, that's you. That's you.
And I just want to clear, because you made a very good point, and maybe I said it wrong, and so I apologize. You know, one of the things I was saying, or what I intended to say, is that if I only reach one person, then, you know, it was worth it. But my goal is not just to reach one.
Yeah.
My goal is to reach as many as I possibly can. But if I miss the mark for whatever reason, and God blesses me enough to where he can at least I reach one person, then that one person, that one heart, that one soul was definitely worth my hard work, energy, and efforts.
Man.
But by all means, man, with all the things that I do, I'm trying to reach the masses as much as I possibly can.
Yeah.
I may not be feeding 3,000 with fish and bread, but, you know, I'm gonna do my part in what I possibly can, man.
And the thing about we actually reach a lot more people than we think about.
Yeah.
If we actually think about how connected we are, because I mean, you know, you said you had grabbed something from me earlier before we came on the show. So now you take that, now you give it to somebody, now you give it to somebody, and give it to somebody, and they keep giving it and giving it and giving it, or they pick up something that you did. So, oh man, I want to do my thing just the same way Coach did it.
Yeah.
Now I've affected all of these people, but all I know about is the one.
Yeah.
But how many other people are you connected to that I'm not connected to, who also benefiting from, you know, something like that? So that's another reason why I like information. I like other people's information, because I don't have it, and I can go back and talk to somebody about this conversation and like, well, Coach said this. and then they're like, they'll get it and I won't. You know what I mean? And we might not even have a conversation, but that's how, information travels, and that's where the whole networking stuff comes back in too. Working together, building each other up, passing along knowledge and valuable information to each other, man, because that's how you do it. Shoot. Anybody got to do this together? I mean, anybody got to do it by themselves? Like, for what?
Hey, I'm smiling because you just took the words out of my mouth and said, that brother's good, man. He is good. I'm sitting there listening to you and like, man, let's say he just brought networking full circle. And then you jump right on that. Say, man, that is good. But you're right. That is networking. It's one thing to meet, which is what we're social creatures. That's why COVID-19 is such a frustrating thing for us. We're social creatures. So meeting new, interesting people is what we are conditioned to do. But it's not just meeting, it's being able to meet and sift through the ones and find the ones that we can connect with to where we are like-minded individuals. And once you connect with those people that are like-minded individuals, what you'll find is that you start exchanging ideas and information back and forth. And in that exchange of information, you're keeping some of that stuff. And I'm keeping some of that stuff, and you're keeping some of that stuff.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, we've injected new ideas into each other's psyche that actually goes forward into the things that we're currently working on. And here's the best part about it. It makes it better.
Yeah.
So I just have to, to everybody who's listening, don't think that you're the smartest person in the room. I will listen to anybody and ask any and everybody questions because I want to know. And I have to explain to some people sometimes. I ask out of curiosity. Please don't feel like I'm interrogating you. I just want to know.
Yeah.
I just want to know, man. So, man, I love it. I love where you're going with this. So
I'm so interested in people.
Yeah, man. You got to be. You have to be because I said it. I know I said it on your show, and I think it's important to continue to push this narrative and this idea so that we can understand. We are all interconnected some kind of way. And if we don't necessarily understand that, then we're missing a large piece of our life. I know one of the things that I've been studying here lately is the ecological system theory, which literally says that a person is influenced and affected by a number of different things. So family dynamics, the environment, education. So it's like a bunch of concentric circles.
I agree.
That influence that person's outcome. And so you cannot say about another person. Again, you can say it about yourself, but you can't say it about another person. The reason that person is where they are is because they're not taking the personal responsibility to do the things that they need to do. Now, if I'm honest, there would be some truth to that. However, we also have to look at it within the domains of the environment, the family, education, all of these things. And that makes up the wholeness of the being. And when we look at that, it is important to have good, healthy relationships. And that just kind of takes me back to where we started this conversation, how you and I met, how we talked on the phone for almost 2 hours, man, just connecting and learning about each other because we just asked each other a bunch of questions going back and forth.
That was it.
Yeah. And it just felt like we were racing to ask each other questions. So, man, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So,
it wasn't about anything else. It wasn't about trying to see what we could take from each other. You know what I mean? Even though we didn't know each other, we came to each other on love, you know what I mean, and and with respect, you know what I mean, and being able to offer something, you know what I mean, and it also has to do with the amount of respect that we have for the person that we're talking about who's not here, which is K Rice. You know what I mean? He felt enough or strong enough connection with us individually to want us to connect. You know what I mean? We didn't know each other. We both was maybe part of his wolf pack, but in 2 different parts of the wolf pack or 2 different parts of the network. And he brought us together. So he strengthened his wolf pack. He went out and got another dude, you know what I mean? Or he connected the 2 dudes together. So now I got another guy in my wolf pack. Now you got another guy in your wolf pack. And we both are adding wolf adding value to each other's brand, to each other's wolf pack, to each other's network. And that's what we're supposed to do. You know, like I said before, bro, we can't do nothing with this information when it's gone.
No,
So you better give it away. Shoot, anybody who's willing and raising their hand, I got something for you. And if I ain't got it, hey, I get in contact with somebody who can get it. You know, so that's where I'm at right now in life.
We talked about a number of different things, and before I move on, I want to make sure if you have not heard his podcast on whether or not women should be in the wolf pack, go look it up. I'm trying to tell you, you will be thoroughly entertained, and you're going to learn a lot of great information as well. And you're going to see how different perspectives are balanced on the Unkle Jr. Network, which is why I enjoy it so much.